Let the dangertainment begin out there.
You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, because you're headed to the Nightwatch zone.
You think it's over now? You're wrong.
All aboard the night train.
It's over, Prime.
This is the siege.
I'm a man of my word.
Hey. Yeah. Dead or alive, consider this home. No killing the vibe in the Nightwatch zone. Xenomorphs hype when the lights come on. Hit like and subscribe and the show might blow. Go viral, no COVID, it's a spiral. Emotions, hand on the Bible. Only go sign on the dopest your vitals. Better tune in, yeah, you know it's vital. From Schwarzenegger to Kane Hodder, Corey G down to Harry Potter. Shit, Sigourney Weaver, love the Nightwatch zone. Come with me to the Nightwatch zone.
Well, there are two things a man should never run from, even if they cost him his life.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We made it. We're here. We're ready to rock. And this is going to be the greatest face-off in the history of horror. It is going to be lit.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Coriander's with me, Killian and Eric, of course. And man, I'm telling you, this week for our Versus stream, there's been so much anticipation, so much talk. So hopefully everyone's just gonna be able to sit back and relax and enjoy this thing. Let's just real quick see who we have in the chat, and we're gonna give a blanket hello so we can start hitting the ground and start running. Barb, what's going on? Saying, oh man, I'm missing all the good streams lately. Adulting and responsibilities are getting in the way this week. Catch it on the replay. All right. Hope you enjoy it. Ronan, what's up?
Ronan.
Right. JT's in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you. Sarah's in the chat saying This one is going to get wild. It is. It is. Jen's in the chat. All right. What's up, Jen? Good to see you too. Awesome. Hope you're doing well.
Thanks.
And it also says that Jen has a channel member anniversary. 10 months,
All right.
man.
Oh, wow.
10 months.
Good for you.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Polar's in the chat saying so excited for this, right? This is going to be fun, man. JML, what's up? Jennifer's in the chat. What's going on, Jennifer? Good to see you too. Let's see. Who else do we have in here? Jason's in the chat. Wow, you guys are doing it here. Val's in the chat reminding people definitely hit the like button. What was that?
I just said nice.
Oh, I was saying, what?
Hi, Val.
All right. Let's see who else we got. And we knew he would be there. Strange Monkey's in the chat.
Monkey.
What's up? He said, as expected, the Buster face is on the thumbnail. You knew it.
I think you need to have that. I think you need to have that Busta intro for every future video now, Night.
Hey, look, can I say something? First of all, this might go on for a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
When we did our Halloween Resurrection episode, and it's probably only a few guys that are here right now that were there for it, because that was like, I don't even know, like maybe a year and a half or so ago. I had the background set up so Busta and Kill always loved it. Busta was right in the background, and when it was just the three of us, Coriander's at the bottom, so it always looked like Busta was right beside Corey. It was awesome. It was awesome. She hated it. Oh my god, it was so funny. Loved it. All right. And we got Melissa's in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you. Jonathan's in the chat. Good to see you too. Let's see who else we got here. Stephen Gervais in the chat. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Chuck, what's up, Chuck? All right. Steven's in the chat. Craving something scary. What's up,
Hey,
bro?
Steven.
Good to see you. I can only imagine what he's thinking about this, man. Oh my God. He says, this will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No kidding.
And we've got some memberships that have been gifted. Once again, Ronan coming in endorsing the whole community. Thank you so much, man. It looks like Vard got a gifted membership from Ronan. Thank you so much, Ronan. And also Sarah. Sarah gifting a membership as well. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. That is awesome. You guys, seriously, it really, really helps us so much. And thank you so much for the support. And it's just awesome. It's awesome. Hey, look what Steven wrote. Hey, look, if Steven's writing that, you know it's serious, man. You know it's serious. Let me help you out with it, Steven. We haven't even started this thing yet. We're on this already.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
All right. Okay. Katie's in the chat. What's up, Katie? Good to see you as well. And Cody. All right. Everyone's ready for this thing, man. Okay. So let's get started on this. Now, you guys, if you've been with us on these versus streams, you hopefully get an idea how we do this thing. We have categories where we are going to give a point to the movie that we think wins the category. Tonight, being such a special stream, we do have a couple of categories where the winner of that category will deduct a point. Deduct a point.
Oh, geez.
Okay. So we'll get into
You better stay on the ball with that, buddy boy.
He said, oh, geez. Well, look, man, these two movies, and it's funny because obviously we watched them. These two movies have a lot in common. They really, really do. So I think that this was a great pairing up to do for a versus stream. I truly do. It's really, really cool.
Mhm.
What?
What?
What was that?
I didn't say anything. I said nothing.
What?
She said she is ready for tonight.
She is ready. Okay. All right. I hope so. Coriander, let people know how it was when you were rewatching these movies.
Well, I hadn't seen, Freddy's dead. Is it Freddy's dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's Freddy's dead. She's like,
I haven't seen that one in like a while, so like years.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucked. No, I mean the beginning was okay. I actually enjoyed the beginning up to a point, but yeah, man.
Okay,
What do you want to know?
right. No,
What do you want to know?
I was just saying, just the whole process of rewatching them, how that felt for you personally.
It was painful. I mean, we did it back to back. So in a way, I'm glad we did it back to back because shit, man, it makes me respect one movie better than the other, and I really don't like either. So that's tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Anyway,
I hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start getting this thing going. The rest of you guys in the chat, definitely give us your feedback on what's going on. Steven's already cracking up, man. This is awesome. And real quick too, we have another channel member jumped in. We got Jonathan becoming a channel member. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Hey,
Nice.
awesome.
Very, very cool, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the inner circle. We appreciate the support, and it's awesome. We truly do. And Danielle as well became a channel member earlier.
Nice.
Thank you so
Very cool.
much. We really appreciate you guys joining in and helping us out. Katie said, "Night changing the rules." Hey, man, you know how it goes. These movies changed the rules, didn't they?
Mhm.
They really changed the rules a lot, and so we got to kind of move along with them. And real quick, Horror Among Scars. Ooh, hey, welcome to the chat. I like that name. That's really, really cool. You can have fun watching one over the other despite them being bad.
Mhm.
No doubt. No doubt. And hey, what's going on? Denisha's in the chat too. You guys are all right, man. Seriously. You guys are working hard here, man. All right. I think I've got almost caught up to everyone in the live chat. All right. Gosh. Oh God. Stevenson, Coriander, were you dry heaving like me in sleepaway camp too?
Oh my God. Oh no, I've never done that ever in my life, but damn, that was hilarious. I'm sorry to say it, but damn,
Yeah.
that was something.
Ronan saying, let's try to keep the memberships going, peeps. Man, you're all right. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. Seriously. Okay, guys, let's start this thing off. I'll try to keep up with you guys in the live chat as well. Val or Sarah or anyone else, if you guys can help me out, that would be great because we got a lot of stuff we got to do here. All right. So our first category is going to be the poster. Okay, it's going to be the poster. So what we're going to do is a quick take and then your vote for the poster that you like the most. Eric, we're going to start with you.
So can I just say, okay, you always say a quick take.
Yeah.
But usually it's like 5 minutes. So I just think it's funny that you say that. But shoot, go ahead.
I'm just throwing it out there, man.
I'm just playing.
For all the rules. You follow the rules. That's the way it's supposed to be.
I do follow the rules. I'm pretty fucking quick, man.
All right, Eric, there's the poster for Halloween Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the poster for Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. All right. What do you got, buddy? He's sighing. What the heck is
Freddy's Dead kind of, we're just going by the poster. Freddy's Dead does give some false advertisement with they save the best for last. But it has really good use of like the 3D effect that we're going to see later.
Right.
Resurrection is super, super lazy cut and paste. So this is why Freddy's Dead is going to win. Okay, going to Freddy's Dead because, like I said, they're using the 3D effect. That's part of the gimmick, bringing people into the theaters other than just Freddy being, the last movie.
All right.
The Resurrection poster is so lazy. They took Jamie Lee Curtis from H2O and put her in the poster. Now, I understand they don't want long-haired, strung-out Laurie Strode, but still, they couldn't even update that version of Jamie and put her in the poster. And this is at also a time where literally they start to not put so much effort into posters. It was just a celebrity's face, boom, and that's it. So Freddy's Dead, hands down.
All right.
I hope I went fast enough. I wasn't taking up too much time.
Don't listen to her, man. Don't listen to her.
I say that really towards the night because he he can go on and on. And you all know.
Okay. That's what she's saying live. That's not what she says outside of the live. Anyways, Denisha also putting in the link for Val's channel, and definitely check out Val's views. And she just hit 100 subs, man. Congratulations!
Sweet. Good
again
for you,
to
Val.
Very, very cool.
Keep going.
Very, very cool. All right, Kill. What do you got for me, man?
So I think exactly the opposite. I hate this Freddy's Dead poster. Because it looks like he's just like saying, hey, touch my big hand. Just touch my hand. Touch my hand. I don't know. It's just something about it I don't like. And switch back to Resurrection. I totally agree with the Jamie Lee Curtis image there. But like you were saying, I guess they had it that way because they didn't want to show her with the long crazy hair.
Mm-hmm. Right. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly is like from the previous movie. But it's something about the way it is with all of their images in the knife. And as bad as that mask is in this movie, it doesn't look that bad on the poster. It actually looks a little ominous on the poster. And so, I'm going with Resurrection.
Okay, all right. Real quick, too, in the chat, we got JML coming in with a $2 super chat. Thanks so much. We appreciate that, man. Saying the AVP tagline sums up this. Whoever wins, we lose. I like that. That's good, man. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Val saying for the poster, she's going with Resurrection. Chuck is going with Freddy's Dead. This is going to be interesting to see how divided the audience is going to be, man. JT coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. saying something to throw on Freddy's Dead side for me. May it become the victor. Okay. All right. There you go. There you go. All right. So, Coriander, what do you think? What do you think?
Okay. So, can you put the other one back up?
Yes.
So, if you look at Freddy right now, I mean, he actually doesn't he looks pretty good. You know, he looks kind of scary, you know, so because his look in the movie is not good. Okay.
Right. But we're only talking about the poster.
I know, but I'm just saying. So if this look was in the movie, that would have been great. So that's deceiving right there. But I will have to go with this poster because he does, you know, I don't know, it just makes me want to pet him, you know, because sometimes Jerry can look at me like I'm going to either bite his sweet little peaceful look. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're going with Freddy.
I am.
Okay, that took a while to get there, man. All right.
Cute and cuddly Freddy.
It did not. It did not.
All right. So Kill,
we got your ass.
We got you for Resurrection, and we got you guys for Freddy's Dead. Okay. So again, just going off of the poster, right? And you guys have all made good points. So seriously, and Kill, you made a great point about the look of Jamie Lee Curtis. I always kind of just looked at it like they were just being lazy, but maybe there's a chance that they did that to hide the fact that she was going to be portrayed as crazy and strung out. So that's actually a possibility I never really thought of, to be honest with you. But that being said, I got to go with Freddy's Dead, man, because to me, it's just more creative. And I actually think it looks pretty cool, man. I mean, I know he's got the glove coming out and you're like, hey, hold my hand, whatever. But I think it looks pretty cool, man. I'm digging the way it looks. So I got to go with Freddy's Dead. So that is going to be my vote. Okay. All right. Let's move on, man. Okay. Next up, we're going to talk about, you guys know how this thing goes. We're going to talk about the tagline. Okay. The tagline for the movie. That's all we're talking about. The tagline, not the movie itself. Okay. So Eric, we're going to start with you. Now, let me put the posters back up for you, because on the tagline for Freddy's Dead, it says they've saved the best for last. Okay. And then, of course, for Halloween, it says evil finds its way home. Okay. So those are the two taglines. Tell me what you think, man.
In all honesty, I still think I think the tagline for Resurrection is, I don't want to say lame, but I think it's kind of generic. You know what I mean? Because it's we know the whole, evil's finding its way home, the night he came home, that type of stuff.
Right.
False advertising or not, I think they saved the best for last for Freddy's Dead works better. You know what I mean? It works more to sell the movie, which is what a tagline is for. So I'm going Freddy's Dead. Okay,
we're going Freddy's Dead. Kill, how about you?
Once again, I go exactly the opposite.
Oh,
you guys on our
we sure have changed. Kill, what happened?
Brother, I love you, man. I don't know. Well, see, okay, I kind of think they saved. Who is they? Who's they? They saved the best for last.
New line.
No, they didn't. Now go back to Resurrection real quick. Okay, I will agree with Eric. That lends itself to the movie. But so does evil finds its way home. Right. Because, essentially, evil does find its way home. This movie takes place inside the biggest version of the Myers home ever, with the infinite hallways in the basement. So,
dungeon.
It's like a town. It's like a whole town underneath.
It's a maze, a labyrinth. But, but it is a little generic. Evil finds its way home. But evil dies tonight. Evil has a new mask. Evil's got a brand new bag. They've been doing it. So why not switch now? I'm going Resurrection.
All right, going with Resurrection.
Put that on the shirt.
Okay.
Evil has a brand new bag.
Okay. Movie chat and more coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Where's the Apollo Creed video? I know, man. I know you really want that so bad, man. I got to work on that. But here, let me play another one for you, and we'll get as close as we can get with our good friend who's teaching us about life's lessons.
My name is Mr. T. First name is Mr. Middle name is that period. Last name is T. Listen and listen good. I'm talking to you.
There it is.
I always loved that period middle name gimmick he had.
I love that, man. It was great. Thanks so much for the support, man. Seriously. Val's going with Evil Finds Its Way Home. Jason going with Freddy's Dead. Jonathan going with Resurrection. This is kind of tied right down the middle, man. This is crazy. Ronan's going with Freddy. Denisha's going with Halloween. My God. Wow. Jerry's in the chat. What's going on, Jerry? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Strange Monkey says Freddie Harris would have saved the day in Final Nightmare. He would have. He really would have. Oh, my God. All right, Coriander, what about you? Which tagline are we going with?
Yeah, the fact that they say that they save the best for last, I'm with Kill here. No. I'm with Resurrection on this one. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So for me, now this is really, really interesting because I think this whole versus is going to be a lot of flip-flopping. Now, to me, I don't have a big issue with they saved the best for last. Now, that might also be because I remember all the promotion they were doing before Freddy's Dead and the build-up, and, you were hoping there was going to be something really, really great. The Evil Finds Its Way Home was kind of like, it didn't make as much sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like, okay, where was it at? You know what I mean? I know it's a playoff of, the night he came home and all that type of stuff. But anyways, I got to go with Freddy on this one. I'm going with Freddy. He saved the best for last. That's the tagline that kind of makes more sense to me. So, all right, let's see what these guys are saying. Edward's in the chat. I don't like either film, but Freddy's Dead was an event. Well, there you go. All right. I like that. Retro's in the chat saying Resurrection for the win out of the two. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ronan said, yeah, one of my favorite clips. Yeah, it's a good one, man. I love that one. Polar's going Freddy. Just another horror fan says Evil Finds. All right. All right.
Oh, it is 50-50.
It really is, man. Jen said, did they actually believe it was the best?
Oh, man, right?
Right. I love that.
God.
I love that. Okay, guys, let's go to our next category. The opening of the film. Okay, so we're basically, again, talking about that first 10 minutes of the movie or what have you. Eric, tell me what you think, man.
Okay. They're both goofy as hell. They're both very, very, very stupid. But one actually kind of ticks me off more. Ooh. And the reason why is, I'll say Freddy is going to get my point. Okay, it's going to Freddy's Dead. There is some spooky imagery. It does feel like a dream with the whole little girl on the plane, him falling through. Now, yes, we do get the Wicked Witch of the West, and then we get Bob Shea as a ticket guy, and then Freddy driving the bus. But what really makes me mad.
There he is.
That's no fair. You're gonna make him take the point with that.
No. I'll tell you why. You just made me lose my train of thought with that fucking image. The reason why Freddy's gonna get my point over Halloween is because Halloween had a lot of promise. You know what? I really dug the fact that Laurie is faking the fact that she's taking the pills, this and that. I liked that little the crazy guy who was obsessed with the serial killers. You know what I mean? I really liked him. But what ticked me off is the way they retold the end of H2O. You know what I mean? That was just really lame. I hated the fact that the severed head, when we see Michael's head cut off, the eyes are open, but they pull the mask off, the eyes are closed. Yeah. That type of stuff really bugs me. But what really bugged me is how dumb they made Laurie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she's got him in a snare. I got to see just to make sure. You've seen his face once back in 1978. You don't know what he looks like, and you still fell for that trick.
Right.
Freddy, all the way.
All right, we're going with Freddy.
Can I? All right, I'm gonna. All right, shit. It's almost like this could be a debate, but
that's fine.
Right. It could be. Would you want to say real quick?
Well, I get why she wanted to pull the mask off too. Because for one, the dude had kids. And obviously she would know because this guy was what he was. How many years was between their last two meetings?
23 years.
Okay, so that he'd be an older gentleman. You know what I mean? So you want to know. You'd want to make sure. So whether she actually remembers the face, you could pretty much tell by the look. She would know by the eyes.
I get that 100%, but the fact that Lori, who is one of the strongest final girls we have, falls for the oldest trick in the book. Michael literally puts his hands out and tricks her, saying no, no, no. After he already followed her up to the roof. If it wasn't Michael, why would he follow her to the roof? Why would he bust through the door? She fell for it.
Well,
all right.
She didn't want to make that mistake again because obviously that really affected her.
It did.
Yeah. All right, we gotta hurry this up. We gotta hurry up.
So Eric's going with Freddy. Okay, Kill. Who are you going with for the opening?
I'm going with Freddy. And the reason for that is pretty much what Eric just said. They made Lori, who was super smart and intelligent and awesome, stupid, fall for some stuff, and just sheer fact that like Michael Myers in full costume just comes right in to an insane asylum. No one stops this giant guy with a mask. He's going through rooms looking for people. He's shopping. He goes up to the roof.
He's shopping.
And still, he's on the roof. He kills someone and then walks his happy ass back downstairs, goes back out the front door. Nobody stops a damn thing. It makes no sense.
Was he making that noise as he was walking away?
Yeah, pretty much. And on Freddy's
been doing that.
I know.
He's been doing that through the whole franchise. He's been driving dirty for 10 years, bro.
I know. He's been driving dirty. And then on Freddy's Dead, it's silly, the Wicked Witch of the West and so forth. But it does get eerie when he gets kind of, pushed back into the Elm Street house and so forth. So I'm reluctantly going to give it to Freddy's Dead.
You're voting for this. All right. There he is. Just reminding you.
Yep.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Thank you for reminding me, bro.
I had that picture ready. Hey, look, Steven's saying, have to go with Freddy because the opening of Resurrection makes me so angry.
Exactly.
I know. Exactly. All right. So, Coriander, what opening are you gonna go with?
Yeah, I get it. They did her dirty. But you know what? Besides that, the opening was way better than fucking Freddy's Dead. These stupid fucking dreams aren't even scary. And the first one should be terrifying. And I'm sorry, this just wasn't scary. It was stupid.
Okay, so you're going with Halloween.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
I don't know. I would be scared of falling out of a plane.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, that was.
No, I'm sorry, but nah.
Well, I'll tell. Okay, so let me give you my point of view. I know why Coriander's saying it because we obviously watched it together. Now there was, and if you guys have not seen our Freddy's Dead episode that we just did a couple months ago, you gotta check that out because we went really deep into a lot of this stuff. They were trying to angle this movie into the quirky humor of what was going on at the time, things like Twin Peaks and stuff like that.
And I hate that shit.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. But what I'm saying is that so everything in the movie really followed that formula, like that plane sequence. Like if Wes Craven had directed that sequence, it would have went totally different. Let's say it was the same thing that was going to happen. He was going to follow the plane, go into the house, even do a little homage to Wizard of Oz. I guarantee you, if Wes had done it, it would have been done in a much different way as far as creepiness and probably like scary,
There'd be no broomstick.
He wouldn't have done the broomstick, but Wes wouldn't have done that. But anyways, so I get what she's saying as far as it not being scary. And I have to say, man, between the two openings, there were good moments in both. And I agree with a lot of you guys, even in the live chat, saying that what Lori did coming up to Michael, that was probably the stupidest thing maybe in the movie. and it's definitely the stupidest thing her character's ever done. I've even talked about that as a final girl in the franchise. But it's one moment in like a 14-minute opening. In my opinion, most of the opening was actually, it was pretty much Halloween fare. You know, you had two good kills. You had Michael. That scene in the hospital where he was chasing Laurie, it wasn't as good as Halloween 2, which Rick Rosenthal also directed that. But it was, you know, it had a couple moments. So I got to go with Halloween on this one, man. I got to go with Halloween. I really do. Because the thing with Freddy, yeah, he's riding the broomstick, then he's driving the bus, you know, no screaming while the bus is in motion and ha, 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 and all that. It didn't work for me as much as an opening. It just didn't. So, all right, there we go. Let's
lines have been drawn in the sand. Okay,
the lines have been drawn, man. Ronan is cracking up, man. This is also good, man. Oh my gosh. Troy in the house saying Freddy's Dead opening also sets up a good joke for later in the movie, the one about getting out of the bed. Yeah, when he said I won't get out of the bed. Again, they were playing it for laughs. I get it. And even Robert Englund said that, you know, they shouldn't have leaned too much towards the quirky humor, but it is what it is. It's a product of its time. Halloween did it as well, you know, and that's why these two are a good match. Johnny's in the chat saying hello. What's going on, Johnny? Good to see you from the UK. Bernie's in the house. What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, talking about Spence. Hey, Spence, let's trip out. That was a pretty good nightmare sequence. The first 60% of it. And then it went down the toilet. And we'll probably get to that too. Okay, next up, we've got the music. Eric, let's go, man. What do you think about the music in the films?
Does this include the soundtrack, like the songs? Or is it just the score?
It's just the score. Or scores.
I'm honestly, I'll switch it up now because I got to give it to Halloween. That score, that John Carpenter score, whoever does it per movie, you know what I mean? It's so iconic, and it's in my opinion, it's for a horror movie, it's hard to beat. So I'll leave it at that. We're definitely going Halloween for the music.
Okay, all right. Kill, how about you?
You know, I'm actually gonna have to go Halloween as well. That score, it's just iconic. And honestly, for the life of me, and I just watched Freddy's Dead yesterday. None of the music is memorable. None of it really stood out to me.
Right.
You know, other than the typical those piano chords that here and there. But you know, the score for Halloween just sticks out a little bit more to me. So Halloween.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, I'm Halloween all the way.
Okay. All right. We've got it kind of split in the chat too. We got a couple of Halloweens. We got a couple of Freddy's. Ronan's going with Halloween. Just Another Horror Fan going with Halloween. All right. Val's going with Halloween. All right. And we got some Freddy's Dead as well. For me, this was almost as easy as anything. It's got to be Halloween. And I'll tell you why, because I think that for me, with Freddy's Dead, they really changed up the music, you know, the way that the music affects you in the movie. They did play, like you said, Kill, the familiar little melody like a couple of times, but everything else was really like, it was kind of over the top. And again, they intentionally went down this road of this like quirky dark humor, and it was even present in the music. And for me, it just didn't do much. And it's for a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. You get what I'm saying? For another movie, horror movie, maybe, but I was so used to that music in a Nightmare on Elm Street, or at least the different types of music that was more eerie and creepy and scary. And we had none of that in Freddy's Dead, for me anyways, except for the familiar one. So I got to easily go with Halloween on this. No doubt at all. All right. Next up, the supporting characters. Okay, so Eric, we're talking about supporting characters for Freddy's Dead. We're obviously not talking about Maggie. And for Halloween, we are not talking about Sarah. And obviously not Freddy or Michael either. All right, so Eric, what do you got?
This is easy street. We're going with Freddy's Dead. Come on.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Here's why. Here's why. Okay. Now you said the supporting character, so that's in Freddy's Dead. That's not Maggie. So you got Yaphet Kotto to begin with. Come on.
Yep, Yaphet Kotto.
No one beats Yaphet Kotto in any of these movies.
You're right, man. This is Yaphet right now.
Yeah.
Just smiling because he knows he's the best actor in both of these movies all together.
He's looking at the rest of the cast. He's looking at the rest of the cast and saying, "I won this one for you guys." You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, I gave you guys a layup. Rest in peace to Yaphet Kotto, guys. Rest in peace.
He was so great, but the other supporting characters are fine. You know what I mean? The three I like Spencer.
Tracy.
Tracy is good overall. She's got some moments, but she's not awful. Carlos is fun at times. So even the guy who plays John, likable.
Yeah.
And then you got everyone else in Resurrection. You got Busta Rhymes, who is Busta Rhymes. So that I don't need to say anymore. Tyra Banks doesn't do anything but dance and make a cappuccino. And then I don't like a single character that's in Michael's house trying to find him, other than his name's Sean Patrick Thomas. I think he's the only one I like. Yeah. So compared to I like everyone to I like one person. Gotta go. Right.
Okay, sounds good. And James is in the chat. What's going on, James? Good to see you. Hope you are enjoying this one. This is crazy. All right, Kill. How about you supporting characters, man?
See, this one is not as easy for me. Yaphet Kotto is clearly the best actor in both of these movies.
By a landslide.
Yeah, just in general. But if Yaphet was not in Freddy's Dead, this would be a little different. The one thing I can say is the kids in Freddy's Dead, to me, they're forgettable. They're just as forgettable as the kids in Halloween. Although I think the kids in Halloween, okay, the easiest way of saying this is the main villain of Freddy is stupid. The kids of Resurrection are stupid. So essentially, you know, which would you want to have, a stupid Michael Myers or a stupid Freddy or stupid kids? I would rather have stupid kids. And I love Katie Sackhoff. She is amazing. Huge crush on her, and I love her work. But yes, she's forgettable. All of the kids are forgettable.
Yeah.
Except I also agree, Sean Patrick Thomas. Tyra Banks, pointless. But this was at that time when in horror movies, let's put the hot rapper or the pretty model in here, whether they have talent or not. So many movies did it. You know, I Know What You Did Last Summer, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on and on and on. So this is hard for me. I'm gonna give it to Freddy's Dead only because of Yaphet. But this is closer than what I think people really realize. Because
you go ahead,
dude. I'm just saying, say what you want. At least the kids on Resurrection were funny. I laughed my ass off at them. I laughed at the villain, which is Freddy. I shouldn't be laughing at the villain. So I'm still gonna give it to Freddy's Dead.
Can I say something? The way you just explained it is exactly why I like doing this type of stuff. No, seriously, because you made me think about it a little bit differently. You know what I mean? As far as how you explained it. So that was great, man. All right, Coriander, how about you? Supporting characters.
I mean, look at the pictures that you chose for Resurrection. You couldn't even pick decent pictures to give it
Sarah's
a little bit of hope.
No, the one you just showed.
And you said she's not included in this, correct?
Here she looks just kind of disappointed. She's like, oh, I'm in here.
Right. I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about.
Recruit. Eric's trying to recruit. All right, Coriander, who you going with?
So anyway, I think I'm going with Freddy's Dead. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
In defense, it does look like Yaphet Kotto is trying to hide in the background, because he's in Freddy's Dead. So see, I'll play both sides.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yaphet Kotto is the MVP. Look at him. I'm the LeBron James of this team. I am holding. I'm carrying this team on my back, baby.
I was an alien, guys.
He is. And that's exactly why I'm going with Freddy's Dead as well, because of Yaphet Kotto. And the thing of it is he didn't have a ton of screen time, but every time he was on screen, for real, all seriousness, he was just so good and believable as this doctor who was obsessed with dreams and dream theory and stuff like that. Every time he was talking, it was like, all right, That's good. That's really, really good. So, anyways, I gotta go with Freddy as well. All right, clean sweep. We just had 2 categories in a row where we clean sweeped one way, and then the other. That's crazy shit, man. Okay, real quick in the chat. Let me catch up to these guys. Dario's in the chat. What's going on? Welcome. By the way, if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do so. It helps to support the channel. Val or Sarah, if you guys could keep track of where we're at with the likes, that'd be great. He's saying Freddy. I don't remember anyone from Resurrection.
Yes. Oh, I sadly remember him.
Oh my God. Jen saying, I like the characters in Freddy's Dead. Yeah. Let's see. Ty in the chat. What's up, Ty? Wow, there's a lot of you guys in here. Maybe I'm biased because Resurrection was the first Halloween movie I ever seen, but I think it has better supporting characters. Miles, Busta. Okay. My name is not Earl. All right. I like that.
I like that one.
I love that. Saying I've always liked the beginning of Resurrection. Can't stand Freddy's Dead. Okay. All right. We definitely got you on that one. Okay. Next, our next category. The story. Okay, Eric, we're talking about the story. What do you think?
This is tough because, I actually do like the story overall of Resurrection. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was the reality TV type era, and it was neat because we had all these like ghost story type, TV shows, going into the abandoned houses and stuff like that.
Good point.
But honestly, what I liked, I'm going to give it again to Freddy's Dead because I liked how they were continuing the backstory of Freddy. And I liked how we got to see the flashback stuff. And then it did, even though it's the trope, everyone, when it's part 6 or more, you bring in that family member. I still like Freddy's motivation for bringing his daughter. It wasn't just the fact that she showed up. He wanted her there. So that seals it for me. But I will give props where props is due. I did like the story of Resurrection, but I'm going Freddy.
All right. Okay. All right. Dario saying, hey, thanks. First time here too. Oh, cool. Well, we're glad to have you here. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying this one. Okay. Kill, what about you, man? What do you think for story?
This is another tough one for me because like Eric said, Resurrection, you had the onset of reality TV that was going on in pop culture,
right?
Ghost hunters, like all this stuff. We're going to give you cameras. We're going to have you go investigate. And that's
I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, dude,
right?
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's really cool stuff, with the whole backdrop of, Busta kind of being a charlatan and dressing up like Michael, etc. With Freddy's Dead, yeah, they're going back to the well of telling more of his backstory, but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the fact that, like, you have this typical guy who's like supposedly our protagonist and just assumed, oh, it's all about me, Johnny America. And then he's like, who are you? Get out of here. You always think it's a guy. It's that girl. It's that woman right there. Get out of this guy.
It's the better actor.
Exactly. And, and she did a great job as, his daughter per se. So I'm going to give it to Freddy's Dead.
Okay, we're going with Freddy's Dead. Okay, man. I love that. That was a good explanation. Let's see in the chat real quick. Catching up with you guys. Steven's reminding us we're up to 45 likes. All right, guys.
Oh, wow.
Let's keep it going. Thank you. Ronan saying I see 46. All right. Keep track of it for us. We appreciate it. Steven saying Halloween has a great premise, terrible execution. Good point, man. Good point. All right. Okay, Coriander, what do you think about story? Who's going to win on that?
I mean, really?
What is going on?
Remember,
man?
This was your idea, Coriander, too.
I know. God. Well, all I have to say,
just the story.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go with Halloween. I'm sorry. I'm going with Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Okay, I won't even ask. Okay, I was going to say any
struggle to get that
because
one
I
out.
just keep looking at Freddy, and it just pisses me off even more seeing him every time in that plastic fucking stupid mask. I mean, it's like rubber versus rubber.
All right.
Hey, Coriander, here's a question. What if we put a huge picture of how Freddy looks and a huge picture of Busta? You know, like a versus screen or something like that.
I would unfortunately take Busta.
Yeah.
Because I can throw a sack over his head.
Oh God!
But you know what? Good. You know what Busta will tell you he's doing. You know what he's doing? No, he's doing this.
We are going to enter a mystery wrapped up inside of a riddle, inside of an enigma. Now, remember this.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Thank you, Lance.
Pretty much.
Thank you, Lance.
Pretty much.
Lance dropping knowledge.
I wish I had a wonton after that. It makes me want to eat a wonton.
Hey, but once again, your supporting cast is silly and dumb in a horror movie, not your main villain.
Right. Good point, Kill. Intel Wild's in the chat. What's going on? Good to see you, man. Oh man. Okay, so for the story, I think both of these films, they had interesting stories, but and I think Steven in the chat said it best. It was poor execution on both sides. It really, really was. But I think that when I look at the basics of the movie and the beats that I'm following, I gotta give it to Resurrection on this one, man. Like you said, Kill, it was a sign of the times, doing this type of found footage, online type of stuff. Michael's still killing, obviously there's some stupid things that go on, but the basics of it is that he's back at his house and he's basically like, get the out of my house to these people. So I just think it kind of kept more consistent for me in general. So that's what I'm going with. I'm going with Halloween. All right. Next up, these guys are cracking up in the chat. That's funny. Okay. Scarier threat, Eric.
Scarier threat as in like just Freddy and Michael in general?
Yeah, just what Freddy did in the movie and what Michael did in his movie.
Well, oh God. I feel like Coriander. I'm going with Freddy, and here's why. Because Freddy can do anything. All right, you just have to fall asleep. Michael has really fallen off that pedestal. You know what I mean? And no offense to you, Kill, I love you. You keep pointing out how Freddy is kind of like the stupider killer, however you say. Michael allowed Busta to like point him, poke him in the forehead, and he literally just walked away. Why would I be scary of a psychopathic killer who has killed dozens and dozens of people who walks away from Busta Rhymes? That's where I just lose it. Freddy, power glove or not, is more scarier than Michael, who should have just snapped Busta's neck. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Freddy.
I think that he was just so surprised when you see Busta do something like this.
Oh, shit, man. Charlie, where the fuck you been at, man? Don't you know we've been looking all over this motherfucker for you?
You just get caught off guard, bro. That's all that happens. Why are you shaking your
head? We were all caught off guard. You should have heard me in the theater.
All right. Kill. What do you got, man?
I mean, for me, you have one killer that's supernatural, and then you have another one that still technically is just a man. Just a crazy man, some Cult of Thorn possible man, but he's still just a man. So I'm going to have to give it with the supernatural. Although, if I was going on like just sheer killing, like the scarier kills, I probably would lean in a different way. But I'm going to give it to Freddy's Dead. Even though, he's a Looney Tune. Look, based on the question, what is scarier?
We're professional here. We have to go by the categories.
Supernatural Looney Tune killer or a
fucking
man
bullshit, man.
Or who kill?
They got Kung Fu by Busta Rhymes.
And the one-arm pull-up, baby. The one-arm pull-up. Don't forget.
I mean, hey, that's a bad one-arm pull-up, but I still got to give it to Freddy.
All right, man. I got you. Okay, Coriander, Scarier threat. Who are you going with?
I mean, you got his fucking daughter holding Freddy in a bear hug, and he can't even bust out of that? Come on. I'm just saying. I mean, this whole, Freddy's Dead movie, I wish it would just die and explode and just not exist because it's terrible. He's not scary in this movie at all. At all.
Okay.
And yeah,
All
the
right.
fact that, all right, so yeah, you know where I'm going with it then. There you go. You're making me go short. There you go.
Well, no, I was just commenting with you because it was funny where you were going with it. You can finish if you got what you were
No,
saying.
I'm good, man. You got my answer, so ding.
All right, we're going with Halloween. Okay. Paula says no bashing the sexy one arm pull up, sexy Michael. Ronan saying y'all are too much. Yeah, man, it's crazy. All right, so for me, when I look at these two, and I'm going by the movies, okay. To me, the way that everything went down, it was kind of like it was really, really close. But we've got a man and we've got a demon. And I gotta go with Freddy on this. I gotta go with Freddy on it. He's a scarier threat. There were times when he didn't seem like he was a scarier threat, but he, I'm just saying. I have to go that way. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Just no horror fan saying Halloween. Michael Myers is stalking and killing in the dark. Other than the Buster moment, Michael was scarier. All right.
Well, that's a big Buster moment.
It was. It was. It really was. It's true. It's true. And we might be getting to that in a second too, man. Oh, okay. Next one. The goofiest shit.
Oh.
Now, in this category, the winner is going to have a point deducted.
Ooh, good.
Have a point deducted.
If only it could have like 4 points deducted from each of us.
Okay. Okay, so Eric, this is how we're going to do it. We're talking about the goofiest shit in either movie, and what is the winner? Which movie had the goofiest shit?
So this is an opposite. So let me get this straight. Since we're taking a point away, the goofiest shit we're looking at in a negative aspect.
That's right. So in other words, if you think that the goofiest moment between these two occurred in Halloween, then I'm going to take a point away from Halloween.
Okay.
That's how we're going to
Oh my God.
Category.
I am not.
Oh my God.
Right, concentrate.
Coriander's trying to brace.
No. You know me, Coriander. I'm 100% honest, and I'll prove it because as much as stupid as Busta Rhymes is, being Bruce Lee and kicking the shit out of Michael, and the finger poke of doom, plus the whole what's your name, Sarah, getting information via her online boyfriend. As much as I hate those two moments, there are much more goofy shit going on in Freddy's Dead. So you have to take a point away from Freddy Dead, from basically, Spencer bouncing around like Tigger, from Winnie the Pooh. The bugs, the Wile E. Coyote spikes. Yeah, there you go, perfect timing, and he even breaks the fourth wall.
Look at the face.
I mean, it looks like he's like trying to be a pinup. It's like what the hell, man?
Sexy.
Yeah, he's tired of this shit. We all were.
My God.
Hey man, can I say something? If someone does a super chat, man, I got a couple clips. I'm just waiting to hit them, man. I've prepared some stuff, man. So if anyone wants to do a super chat, man, this is the time to do it. Anyway, Eric, go ahead.
So yeah, I gotta say Freddy is more goofy in the negative aspects, because we've got the Nintendo stuff, everything. I said, bounce around like Tigger. It's bad. It's bad. Wicked Witch of the West. You know what I mean? I wish I was sucked up in the tornado so I didn't have to see it. Yeah. So
all right,
you'll have to deduct a point for me.
Exactly. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that.
Kill,
oh my God.
Kill. Give me your answer, man.
Okay, so I get to say this normally every time we do these. This for me is the cheat question of the night, because like and Eric, hey, I think we're finally back on the same road, brother.
All right, pull up that chair.
Yeah, hey, thank you, brother. One movie, you have one, maybe two things that are goofy, but to me, goofy yet still funny. The other one, you have a whole freaking movie that's nothing but goofy Looney Tune kills. Power gloves, spikes, Wicked Witch of the West. You jumping around like Tigger. You name it. It's way too many to even count. Like, I mean, wait, is the chalkboard? Is that on this one too?
It might be. I'm just saying.
Ooh, the chalkboard.
You just got a super chat, so I'll say.
Look, Ronan setting it up, man. Ronan coming in with the $1. And listen, Ronan, first of all, thank you so much for all your support, man. You're gifting out memberships, you're giving in super chats. Is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Here we go, Ronan.
What?
It's not just the chalkboard. It's when Carlos is deaf and he's hopping around, taking his hat off, waving at the camera. Yeah,
Ronan, thank you for that. That the timing of that was perfect. That is my answer. Freddy's dead.
Okay,
come on.
Freddy's dead. Okay, all right. Coriander, what do we got?
If you didn't know,
it's too bad you actually played that because I was gonna make that sound as my answer, but I'm not now. So Freddy's dead.
I got more than just that. I've got like 6 new clips, man. I'm just
that's the worst one. That's the worst one because now all I think of is you because you would do that stupid fucking noise night and you know it.
You love it.
Oh my god! Do I though? No.
Hey, look,
he doesn't do it like that though. It's completely different.
Here's another one in that scene that you guys that I love too. Here we go.
Gotta work that ass for daddy.
Oh my god.
I was waiting for someone.
You know what the best thing is about that new clip? The way you made the music fit when he's kind of dry humping the chalkboard, it's seamless.
It is. Yo, I worked on that for like 25 minutes alone, man. It was crazy.
It was worth it.
I put in the work, bro.
I don't ask this a lot. Can I see that again? I don't ask for much, but can I see that again?
All right, here we go.
I'm sorry. Thank you, guys.
This one's in honor of Coriander. Here we go.
Gotta work that ass for daddy.
I'm sweating.
Shit, son.
Why are you sweating?
Oh my god! Listen, while I'm playing, if you could have seen the look on Eric's face,
he's like choking, man.
Eric has lost his shit. Oh my god! Woo!
You know, my sister-in-law just started a career as a teacher. I will never be able to go into her classroom and look at her chalkboard the same way again.
Good God, that was good. All right. Okay, so Coriander gave the point, or it's a negative point, to Freddy. Jason's in the chat cracking up. Look at these emojis, man. This is awesome.
Fucking crying.
You guys are all right. Oh, my God, man. Whew. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Earl reminding us, or not Earl, is reminding us, Resurrection has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Freddy's Dead has 23. There you go.
Rotten Tomatoes is wrong.
Whew. All right. Okay. Let me just say.
Let's compose ourselves, right?
Let me just say, I'm totally in agreement with you guys. We got to give this point, or it's taking away a point, to Freddy's Dead. There's no doubt about it.
It should be 4 friggin' points.
Well, it is now.
That's all right.
Oh, well, hey, look, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. But this movie just had so many.
So you're saying it's just 1 point and not 4 points?
No. It is 4 points.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it is. All right, Coriander, calm down. She's like, I want him to lose and lose royally. Okay. Anyways, we're all off the rails here, man. All right, let's go to our next category. That was a good one. Okay. Next one is an actual funny moment.
Oh, man.
So between the two movies, because both movies have their comedy that they add in there. I want you to tell me an actual funny moment and which movie it's from.
Okay.
Eric, you're up first.
I got it. All right. I don't laugh at all in Resurrection.
Okay.
I can give you a moment in Freddy's Dead that I find actually funny. Okay. I like when they're lost in the van and Carlos is going through the map and he says, "Give me the map." Well, the map says we're fucked.
You're right.
I laugh because of that, because Ricky Dean Logan, the way he says that, it cracks me up every time.
Okay.
Gotta give it to Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's Dead wins that one. All right. Almost like revenge for the last category. Okay, Kill, how about you? An actual funny moment.
Look, I'm sorry. Busta Rhymes cracks me up, man. And when he dresses like Michael Myers, man, I'm sorry. And he's like, "Ricky, what the you doing here, man? I told your ass to go around the back." And I'm just like, oh my God. And I know that that's Michael. He doesn't know it. And it's just, I laugh every time, unfortunately. So I'm sorry.
Unfortunately.
There's no lying here. I'm going to have to give it to Resurrection.
All right, man. Resurrection it is. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
Man, there isn't a funny moment in either of these, so
you gotta dig through it. You can find one.
Did I laugh yesterday? Can you remember a moment where I laughed? If you can, then give it to the point to whoever you think, Knight. But I can't remember.
Did she snicker? Did she smile?
You did snicker when certain things happened in Resurrection.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, then give it to Resurrection.
Wow.
What? That's my answer, damn it.
What?
I just said that's my answer. So there you go.
Okay, all right. Let's see, real quick. Jason saying that's the funniest damn thing I've ever seen on this channel. Knight, you are so okay. Thanks, man. That was a good clip, though. It really was. Ronan saying, I love this stream right now.
Thanks, Ronan.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up to you guys. Not Earl saying Roseanne Barr and Tom Arnold cameo. It was funny. It was. Let's see.
But why'd they have to make Roseanne so, like, weird? Like,
all the adults were that way. That's why.
I get it, but
all of them.
They could have been like creepy and not like, goofy. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
They were all weird. All the adults.
Yeah, but it was too goofy and over the top for me to be like, scared. That's all I'm saying. This movie was not scary.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So for me, I also have to admit, this is going to go to Resurrection because it was just those moments that it was just so outlandish. And I just had to laugh. Busta alone, he just had those moments. So I'm going with Resurrection on that. All right. Next category.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What was that?
No, I was just preparing for the category. I said, uh-oh.
Oh. So who are we going with? Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers? Which killer are we going with from these movies? Eric, we'll start with you, man.
I kind of pretty much showed my cards with the scarier threat category. Freddy's goofier than shit in this one, but Michael isn't. I don't buy the fact that he allows Busta to shit talk him. I don't buy the fact that he gets his butt handed to him. Well, almost handed to him in the final scene. I just don't like the way they portray him at all in this movie. So I'm going with Looney Tunes Freddy.
Oh, no.
If it wasn't for the Kill's favorite funny moment, which is the opposite effect on me, I would probably go with Michael. But that scene bugs me too much, so I'm going with Freddy, just because he lets Busta get away with it.
All right. So you're going with Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Kill. How about you, man?
I'm gonna go with Michael on this. Granted, he's not supernatural, but he is killing. He's lopping heads off. He's like, despite what the mask looks like, sometimes in the shadows, it doesn't look that bad. But when it's in full light, or like this picture, it looks horrible. But does it look better than rubber-faced Looney Tunes Freddy? That's up for debate. And the only con I will totally give against Michael is not even, Buster kind of, poking him in the forehead, because once again, he could just have been caught off guard. Like, I know this regular human didn't just do this, but it's the whole kung fu stuff at the end. But still, with all of that being said, that one silly con that I just, said, still is nowhere near as bad as the Looney Tune kills that Freddy does in Freddy's Dead. So I'm going with Resurrection.
All right, we're going with Halloween. How about you, Coriander?
I mean, his dreams aren't scary. He isn't scary looking. He's just a big joke, and unfortunately, that's just terrible in my book. So even though, Michael isn't himself in this movie, whatever. So I'm giving it to Michael.
All right. Okay. And real quick, too, we got Mayanne coming into the chat. What's going on? Hey. Good to see you, Mayanne. All right. Okay. For me, this was pretty easy. I mean, it's got to go to Michael. There was a couple of moments where it's kind of like I'm questioning, what are you doing, dude? And it was just really, really weird. But I felt like that so much more with Freddy. And it's just like, man, just head scratching a lot of times. So I got to go with Michael on this one. Definitely. All right. Here we go. This is really shaping up to be interesting, these points, man. If you guys can see them. Oh, my God. All right. Next one. We're talking about the Power Glove or Powerless. And this is another one where we're going to take the point away from. Okay, so we're talking about specifically the scene where Freddy pulls up the Power Glove and starts using it in the nightmare scene. And also with Michael Myers, the scene where Buster comes up to him and Michael doesn't do anything. All right, Eric, who are you going with?
Are we picking like which one is worse and gets the point taken away? Or... Oh, we're going with Powerless, Michael. Come on. As dumb as the Power Glove is, trust me, I get it. It at least fits with the tone of the movie, as bad as it is, or it fits with the tone of where the character has been. Michael has never been punked out.
Good point.
End of story.
Good point. All right. Okay. Kill, how about you?
Oh, God.
He said, "Oh God."
This is...
I told you I couldn't wait to find out what you had installed with these new categories.
That's right, man.
These two are both bad, and literally, I would be betraying what I said a little earlier about pretty much that scene being funny to me. So if something is funny to me, obviously that's the worst of it. So Powerless is the worst of these two.
Powerless. Okay. All right, Coriander. What do you think?
Uh-oh.
You guys gotta remember, okay? Has Michael ever seen anybody dressed up as him and approach him?
Don't tell me you're saying that's the reason that he allowed himself to get punked out.
Actually, that's
I'm just saying that he's probably like...
true.
Wait a minute. Wait. So you mean the many, many Halloweens he has shown up year after year, he's never seen another person dressed like Michael Myers, and that would shock him?
Have you seen it?
How easy was it him to get that mask in like part 4? How easy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Hey.
I'm sure many people had it. I'm just throwing that out there.
Also, the sheriff, they've killed many a person dressed like Michael Myers thinking it's
Ben Tramer was dressed like Michael Myers.
That's right.
So I'm just throwing that out there.
All right, so Coriander,
which
is the worst situation? Powerless or
the Power Glove is friggin' bullshit, just like this whole bullshit piece of shit movie.
All right, well, hold on. We're not talking about the whole movie right now. We're talking about categories.
Oh,
we're counting them up, man. Sunrise is in the chat saying, in my opinion, the scariest Michael scene was in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. All right. Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. For me, listen, both scenes are rough. Okay. But, and I think you said it, Eric, earlier, the Power Glove fit into the theme of this movie. Like right off at Jump Street, when we're doing the Wicked Witch and all that stuff, we knew what Freddy was up to. And we had seen that trajectory from 4 and 5 anyways, coming into Freddy's Dead. So the comedy was not like, it wasn't that it was something brand new and shocking. It's just the type of comedy that they were using because it was like quirky, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, so that totally fit with the theme of the movie. Michael Myers throughout this movie is doing one-arm pull-ups. He's killing people with camera stands with his knife. He rode dirty from across the country once again, going from California back to Haddonfield, being able to stop at gas stations and Walmarts and all that type of stuff. Who knows how many people he killed? But Busta Rhymes comes up to him and like pokes him in the head and all that. And Michael just, even the way they played the scene, like Michael just stands there and then he just walks off. I was waiting for him to shrug his shoulders, Right? It's got to be powerless, man. It's got to be powerless. We got to take a point away from that one. All right, let's go.
Oh, shit.
This is too funny. Oh, my God. Come on, girl. You know he shouldn't have been there.
This is the most angry I've seen Coriander in a long time.
You know what? You know what? It's just bullshit. Y'all, it's just bullshit.
Ronan saying powerless Michael Halloween again. Jason saying powerless pissed me off. I agree with Eric. The Power Glove was at least consistent with the utter stupidity of the movie.
I love that backhanded compliment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was one moment. It was one moment throughout this movie. One moment. Freddy had.
But we're only talking about this one moment.
I get it.
But we're only talking about that one moment and the Power Glove.
I'm sorry, but no. Yeah. The Power Glove is just no.
Ronan says, I'm rewatching both movies just for laughs.
Oh, Godspeed, my friend.
There you go, bro. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, God
next
bless.
Up.
Good luck.
Next up, another one. Driving the bus down Springwood Lane or riding dirty from California back to Haddonfield. Which one is the crazier one, Eric?
Again, it's just like the previous category. As dumb as it is, Freddy, making those school bus wheels go round and round fits, especially after the Wicked Witch and watching John, fall down the Princess Bride hill. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, it's one of those big plot holes that just kind of irks you with Halloween. Is how the hell did Michael get there? And the fact that even though it's a deleted scene, he stole a car and he even clicks the alarm button.
Yep.
Because they do mention, there's a car out front. I had it towed. So he drove the car all the way there. It's just
it was a nice car too, man.
Yeah, exactly. So take away the point for riding dirty.
Okay, riding dirty gets it. Kill, what do you got?
This is taking away a point, this question?
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, this one is hard because driving a bus, we actually see him doing it. We see it. Whereas him riding dirty, like he rode dirty, in H2O.
Yeah,
he's rode dirty in Haddonfield, just driving around dressed as other victims' boyfriends. So he has a history of riding dirty.
That's right.
And also with Freddy, sort of like what Eric said, that's par for the course for him. So I'm gonna stick with Michael here. Michael, you keep riding dirty, and I'm gonna say Freddy driving a bus is more egregious. So I'm going with Freddy.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Michael, regardless of who wins, I'm really liking these taking a points away categories. They're fun.
Yeah, man. Well, I told everyone we were gonna do some really fun stuff with this. All right, Coriander, what about you? Which one is the worst situation?
I think she got mad and left.
Oh, she did. She got disconnected.
Coriander left. She's like, enough of this. She's like, I'm out.
It's bullshit. I'm done. I'll talk to you guys later. See you next week.
It's the Wi-Fi. Okay, so look, for me,
Sure.
For me,
Wi-Fi.
these were both really, really bad scenes, man. It was really, really bad because you got Freddy, no screaming while the bus is in motion and this and that. And with Michael, again, you're right, we don't see it, but we know what's got to happen. That's a long drive, dude.
That's a fancy looking car. Did he have the top down, the windows open?
Right?
Hair.
It looked like it was a little beat up too, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't really see very well. Your peripheral vision is screwed with that mask on, so
that's true too. So look, man, I gotta give this to Halloween, man, because again, and it's similar to the other one where driving that bus in the nightmare scene, that's par for the course. Freddy's doing a lot of dumb shit in this movie, and it is what it is. All right,
y'all are doing Michael dirty. Michael's like y'all never even seen me riding dirty, except in the one where he was dressed like the boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh shit, man. Charlie, where the fuck you been at, man? Don't you know we've been looking all over this motherfucker for you?
I will. You know what? I've been bashing on that scene all night. I will give it credit for this. I love how Busta is so pissed and he's reading him the riot act, but it's nothing but muffled words because of the mask.
Yeah. He's tried his best. Hey, well, there she is. You're back.
Sorry, I'm back.
What happened?
Booted me out, man. Riding dirty, booted me out.
Wow. We figured you got mad and left.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So who you're giving the point to between?
Obviously, riding dirty because I mean you've seen Freddy driving a bus. He's driven cars. I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. A broom. He drives a broomstick. Did you say he drives a broomstick too?
Yeah.
Par for the course.
Hey, look, Ronan said Coriander went to destroy her copies of both movies.
I don't own them. I don't own them.
Right?
Yeah.
Ty saying, I think Michael would have gotten pulled over wearing a mask. Right? That's right.
Talk your way out of that ticket.
That's right. Oh, he could talk his way out of it, all right, with a knife. MKF30 saying next time do Seed of Chucky versus Jason X. Ooh. That would kind of be
I like
interesting.
Jason X.
Wow.
I do.
It's a good point. Good point. Let's see. And just to catch up, Sunrise saying, did my super chat get through? I don't see it, man. And Val, if you can take a look out there, I don't see it.
I didn't see it. I got my chat open too. I did not see it.
Okay, I did not see it, man. Hopefully, it did not say to you that it went through. But check again, man. Check again. I don't see it though. I'm looking right now. No, I don't see it at all. All right, but let me know what happens, man. Next up, we got to talk about the director for Halloween. Rick Rosenthal directs again. He had directed Halloween 2 in 1981. So it's a big drop, huh? And then Rachel Talalay for Freddy's Dead, who worked on several of the Nightmare films before then, like working on the production and so forth. So Eric, which director did a better job?
Okay, I know it looks like I've been playing favorites this whole stream, but I'm going to give it to Rick Rosenthal and Halloween for this main reason is he's hiding a lot of the imperfections of the look. He does a lot of good jobs with the shadows of making the house feel creepy. And with the way that it is this reality TV stuff, I actually like a lot of the camera views, the point of view shots thrown in this movie for it. I have no problem with the way Rachel directed Freddy's Dead at all. This is, I don't think any of them really sucked, despite how the movies turned out. I think they both did a good job with what they were given. But I'm giving it to Rick because I really just like the way he added that point of view camera concept to it. I think that does help the film.
Okay.
Especially that scene where Sean Patrick Thomas is, swinging the knives. It feels like I'm in a video game. You know what I mean? You see the knives coming towards Michael type of thing. So I really thought that was cool.
That's a good point. And real quick too, Sunrise, the super chat came through, man. All right, saying $1 for each scene. That's crazy, man. It came through, man. Thank you so much for the support, though. We really appreciate it, brother. Seriously, you're all right. Kill, how about you? Where are we going with for the director?
I'm gonna go with Rick Rosenthal. And my reasoning for that is, something you said earlier. It still feels like Halloween. It's still par for the course. The house is still creepy. Just like Eric said, they do try to hide some of the imperfections of the mask. And the first person kills, like for instance, I believe he sort of like impales someone, and it cuts to like the death screen from the camera of the person, and you see that mask up close and personal, and it's it's kind of like right there in your face. And just overall, they were able to make a house feel really big, almost a little too big,
right?
But it worked for me. Whereas Rachel Talalay, and no fault of hers, this one they went the Looney Tunes route and so forth, and it was just kind of a no for me. So I'm going Resurrection on this.
All right, Coriander, how about you? Which director do you think did a better job?
I gotta go Resurrection.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man. All right.
Hold America.
Chris is in the chat. What's going on? Saying, what's up, guys? Welcome, Chris from Horrorland. Welcome to the chat. And also for you guys that are just jumping in, if you haven't, please hit the like button. It helps to support us. We'd appreciate it. And Ronan or Jen or any of you guys, if you could keep a track of where the likes are for us, that would be great. And let's see. Sunrise saying, I'm taking the pacifist approach. I love it, man. I love it. Melissa saying, always Halloween for sure. All right. I know you're a big Halloween fan, no doubt. For me, for director, this one was pretty easy. I got to go with Rick Rosenthal for Halloween Resurrection, because again, and you guys pretty much said it, I think that he was able to still have moments that had great atmosphere, creepiness. Again, I think the opening was actually pretty good, other than the decision that Laurie made right at the end, which I think was stupid. But of course, we do know that Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want to do the movie, but it was a contract obligation, and the idea was to get her out of there as quick as possible. So I'm not saying that makes me feel better about her making a stupid ass decision, but anyways, but that opening I thought was done pretty well as far as directing it and so forth. So I'm going with Halloween on that one. All right, guys, we're almost there. Okay, next one, the mystery wrapped up in a riddle. Okay, so what we're doing is we're talking about within the movie how the characters find out what's going on. For Freddy's Dead, it's obviously Maggie uncovering the puzzle, her and John uncovering the puzzle about Freddy and about his child and so forth. And obviously in Resurrection, we're finding out about Freddy, who is basically just trying to, swindle everybody for this show, and how that all goes down. So Eric, we'll start with you. Which one was better? Or which movie did it better, I should say?
Which movie did it better? I'm giving the point to Freddy's Dead. I liked not just, I think I called it, I don't remember which episode it was when someone was solving the mystery. I called it kind of like the Scooby-Doo putting the puzzle pieces together. I like how they were doing that. They're going to these different sections of Springwood, but I like how when they were doing that, they incorporated different parts of the nursery rhyme. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Whether it's on the chalkboard or stuff like that. Right away in Resurrection, we knew it was fake because of like the padlocks on the high chair and stuff like that. And then when they finally figure it out, it's just because they find like a made in Taiwan type of severed arm or something like that. Which I just kind of rolled my eyes with it. I definitely got to give it to Freddy's Dead because they incorporated a lot more, and it was a lot more creative than just finding a rubber arm. You know what I mean?
That's right. All right. Okay. And Ronan saying, looks like we're at 54 likes. Thanks a lot, Ronan. We appreciate you keeping track of that for us. Thank you. Then he said 55. Chris saying, thanks for the shout out, Night. Glad to be here. We're glad to have you. Hope you're enjoying it. And this is crazy. Jason saying the mystery wrapped in a riddle is Freddy's Dead. All right. Kill, who are you going to give it to?
One of these movies truly does have a mystery. The other one just kind of has some fake reality. So I'm going to have to give it to Freddy's Dead because Resurrection, there really is not that much mystery to unravel other than Freddy wanting to get rich and famous. And you saw that even when they were doing like the kids were doing their auditions and kind of being interviewed.
That's right.
And he was bored until he heard our main female protagonist scream, and he's like, "That's what I'm looking for."
That's
so already I knew it was like just for show.
All right.
Whereas in Freddy, you got to see. Say again.
No, I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and whereas in Freddy, they did the flashbacks to him as a human, as a dad, being creepy. Yeah, so Freddy's dead.
All right, okay. Let's see. Retro saying I have to say Freddy on this topic. All right. Ty also saying Freddy surely had the better reveal. Okay, all right. Coriander, how about you?
Oh man, this is like. Well, obviously, I have to give it to Freddy's Dead.
Ooh, that hurt you, didn't it?
It kills me.
It
kills me to have those words come out of my mouth. Oh my god, I'm just drained. I can't say anything else.
Night manufactures these questions where it kind of leaves you no choice.
And what pisses me off is this is a question that's giving all these points to fucking this goddamn piece of shit movie.
All right.
This is bull. This is bunk.
Okay, man. All right.
I will give Coriander credit.
The day she's standing up for Halloween Resurrection, who would have thought?
I have to give Coriander credit as much as it pains her. It shows how honest she is if she's willing to give a point that she really doesn't want to.
That's right. There's no lying here. Okay, so for me, this one was really, really easy. It's got to go to Freddy because of the fact of how these things were not only set up for us as the viewer to figure out, but the actual characters. Because even though we give a lot of credit to Yaphet for being the anchor for acting, I did enjoy, the scenes with Maggie and with John figuring out stuff, and to be quite honest, and I was saying this to you, Coriander, I think that was a missed opportunity. I think they should have had a little bit more of that, as far as picking up the clues and making us wait a little bit longer to realize, oh, maybe it's not a boy. And as soon as you know that, you're already looking at Maggie. You get what I'm saying? So I got to say the mystery has to go to Freddy. That's where I'm going. All right. Mike's in the chat. What's going on? Say, I absolutely dislike Freddy's Dead. All right.
Right.
Jason's in the chat. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. Saying, hey, everyone. Hope you're doing well, man. All right. All right. And Val also has Eric's link in the chat to his channel. So if you have not subscribed to Eric's channel, hey, Internet Eric here, then please hit the link and hit subscribe and support him. That'd be great.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Melissa saying Freddy is the worst icon of all time. Not of all time.
Wow, Melissa must not like Freddy at all.
Ooh, I could name 1,000 that are worse than Freddy. Come on now. Or if you mean between the two, because I know you love Michael Myers. Maybe that's what she meant. Yeah, probably maybe. All right. Next, the acting. Okay, Eric. Overall acting, movie versus movie. Who wins?
Oh, come on. And this is it goes to Freddy's Dead, and not just for Yaphet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Busta, bless his heart, he tries. He's a musician. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tyra Banks, she's a model. She can shake her butt and make a cappuccino, but she's not really that great of an actress. You know what I mean? Honestly, the only person I think does a really good job is Sean Patrick Thomas. You know what I mean? Not only does he deliver his lines well, he's very likable, and he's got a great fight scene with Michael.
Mm-hmm.
With Freddy's Dead, we have Yaphet. Lisa Zane does really good, I think. The Sean Greenblatt, who is John Doe, he's really good overall. And then the Three Musketeers, as I'm going to call them, they're pretty good as well. For what they're in. So I got to give it to Freddy's Dead.
Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
I'm gonna have to go Freddy's Dead. And like you guys were saying, as far as Yaphet, now I can speak about Lisa Zane. She did a great job. She followed a history of protagonists who are the kind of counselor, that's looking out for the kids, and we've had some good characters that fill that mold in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
I totally agree.
She did a great job, and then it kind of kicks it even into more. Yeah, and she kicks it into even more gear when she finally becomes the main protagonist of this movie now, after the bait and switch is done.
Right.
So yeah, and you know, on the other side, and kind of best friend, you know, that's not really showing her acting chops, although she is a great actress. And you know, the rest of the characters, you know, they're kind of there for comedy relief. So Yaphet
right.
Kotto and Lisa, they do the job. Freddy's dead.
Okay. All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
I mean, oh man, you're doing it again. Damn it!
I'm just
You're
asking
doing
a
it
question.
again.
Pouring salt in that wound.
This is all down the line. Just which movie had
Yeah.
overall better acting?
Now I'm not including Freddy in this because if I just can't. But I don't like, you know. Oh man. Anyway, Freddy, go ahead.
Wow, it took all that.
Wow.
She's hurting tonight, man. She's really hurting.
Wow.
And Mike is saying, love the channel, guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, man. We really do. Melissa said, yes, of all times.
Oh, wow.
Freddy's the
Not
worst
a Freddy
icon.
fan at all.
Really?
Oh.
All right, now here's a quick question. And I'm going to do this as quick as possible. And Eric, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Name me one horror icon you think is worse than Freddy Krueger.
Oh, jeez. Off the top of my head. Leprechaun.
There you go. Kill. How about you?
Chucky.
Okay.
Wow.
Coriander, how about you?
I think I have to go with Eric too. Leprechaun.
Leprechaun. All right. Shout out to Warwick Davis. All right. I was just curious. I just want to hear what you guys had to say on that, man. Definitely Leprechaun is worse than Freddy. There's no doubt about that. No doubt.
And I'm a Leprechaun fan. You know?
Yeah, no. I am. Well,
yeah, I'm a Child's Play fan too, but I just, you know, if I need to name someone, it's plenty that are worse than Freddy.
I'm sure I could pick worse, you know, but this was spur of the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she was just saying, she said, sorry, I just never liked any Nightmare movie.
No.
Nothing scary about him. He's funny. Well, what about the first movie, though? First movie wasn't funny, though. Just saying. I'm trying to stand up for Freddy, man.
I respect your opinion, Melissa.
I do too.
Yeah. No, it's all fine. It's all fine. Yeah. It's good. It's good. Okay. All right. Next category, guys. Going with the bad makeup or the bad mask. And by the way, I don't know if I said, but I'm going with the Freddy's Dead for the acting as well. I don't think I said that.
Oh.
But in this category, the bad makeup or the bad mask. All right. And we're taking away on this. Okay. So which was worse, the bad makeup for Freddy or the bad mask for Michael? Eric.
Okay. It's tougher than you would think, but I'm taking the point away from Michael. And here's why. Okay. Freddy looks rubbery. You know what I mean? And especially when you get the close-up shots, like when Lisa Zane like bites his nose, that type of thing. But what really sets me off about Michael's mask and this one, he's not scary looking. And what it is mainly is you can see the whiteness of his skin under the mask and those tweezed eyebrows he has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just looks goofy to me. It's not intimidating, you know. And Michael is supposed to look scary or emotionless. And right now, he is like right there. He looks like a kind of a grumpy old man in this picture you got, like right there with the nice looking eyebrows. You know what I mean? He's not. He just looks way too goofy for me. So got to take away the mask.
All right. Ronan saying that the Creeper is a worse icon than Freddy. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, Kill. How about you? Polar saying Freddy is a goat. There you go.
I'm going bad makeup is worse because they keep messing with Freddy's makeup. They keep changing it and so forth.
Right.
And as far as Michael Myers, this mask is bad, but we have seen worse. Okay. This is when they were going through it like, look, we got to try to figure something. And also, it's supposed to be a mask that, you know, you just pick up out of the Halloween spirit store, you know, etc. And this one, as bad as this is, it's not the worst Halloween mask. And we know this. So bad makeup.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you?
Bad makeup. he's not even scary, and it looks rubber. It looks fake. It looks like, it just looks stupid. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
She feels better now, just being able to talk bad about
She
Freddy.
See? To take points from Freddy.
Yeah. Chris saying, totally agreeing with Eric on this. Michael's mask is bad. It is bad, but I will say that, yeah, man. I mean, it has some okay features to it. But here's the biggest point.
I wish you'd show him where Freddy was smiling, right? That dumb fucking smile.
Okay, I could do that. She's
Thank
like,
you.
do
Could
it.
you please just do that? Exactly. Oh my God,
so
man.
My point has to go, and it's not because of the face he's making, but just the makeup. But here's the thing. Here's my reasoning. I think this might ring true to you guys. We see a lot of Freddy's bad makeup in this movie. I mean, we're literally inside of his bad makeup. We see so much of him. Like, I wore the Freddy mask in this friggin' movie. I saw so much of damn Freddy Krueger in this movie. With Michael, at least you did have shadows and points where they had him in the darkness. Now, granted, that's part of his mythology, but it is what it is. So I saw a lot less of Michael and the quote unquote bad mask, but it wasn't a horrible mask. And I think Kill mentioned it too, that we've seen a lot worse for Michael. All right, so I'm going with bad makeup. Okay, guys, real quick. Not Earl said.
Nice graphics.
Oh, that caught me off guard.
Nice graphics.
Right.
I beat my high score.
Yeah, right. Okay, Eric, you gave this as a category. Between the two movies, which one made the biggest damage to the franchise? Okay, this is another one we're going to take away a point from. So obviously, Freddy's Dead was supposed to be the last movie. We know it wasn't.
All right.
And
you're making up for this, babe. Just saying, you're making up for this.
Okay, and Resurrection, obviously, we know what happened after that. We went into the Rob Zombie movies. So which movie made the biggest damage to the franchise? And we will take away a point for this one. Eric, what do you got?
So are we going with what followed? Like what followed these movies? Like when you say biggest damage to the franchise?
Well, put it this way: you can factor that in if you want, because the biggest damage also it affects the future of the franchise. You know what I mean? So you can put that into your calculation if you want. Polar says, "Ooh, this is tough." I think so too, man. I think so too.
It really is. It really is tougher if you think about it, because there are some, regardless of what I think, there are some good entries after both of these films. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But at the time,
I know that's what I'm trying to be. I'm going with the biggest damage done was done by Freddy.
Okay.
And I think it's just mainly because he was starting to get goofy in 3, but by this, again, he's just way too goofy. He's too MTV. Yeah. He's too, kids are dressing up as him. Like, I'm not talking about teenagers. I'm talking about like 6-year-olds are dressing up as him. He's supposed to be the boogeyman. Right. So it's just, he's no longer scary.
Yeah.
Michael has some scary moments in Resurrection, despite what I've said tonight. So take away the point from Freddy.
Okay. All right. Not Earl makes a good point saying Freddy's Dead. They had to bring back Wes Craven to save it. All right. Edward said Michael looks like he has Botox. That's great. All right, Kill. Where are you going with this one?
Someone in the chat just now said it best. You had to bring back Wes Craven, so that the biggest damage is Freddy. Michael Myers, it wasn't the best, but he still was doing his thing, still was killing. But I'm gonna have to say Freddy because he jumped the shark way too much in this one.
Okay, all right, Coriander.
I'm surprised you didn't see him actually do that in the movie.
Yeah, I know he probably should have.
Wearing the Fonzie jacket and everything.
Yes, going, hey. He would have said, hey.
More the Batman costume.
Well,
that's a better shark scene.
Yes, that is a better. Yeah, shout out, rest in peace to Adam West. All right, so Coriander, how about you? Who are we going with for the biggest damage to the franchise?
Obviously, Freddy. Obviously.
Okay. For me, both of these movies, it was interesting because both of these movies, I kind of just sat back and I was like, okay, it's over. It's over. Now, again, like you were saying, Kill, Wes had to come back and save this franchise, and then Rob Zombie with Halloween. So it's kind of these two franchises do have parallels in a way. But at the time, because this was a big event, I remember this, especially like on MTV and all this promotion for Freddy, it was a letdown. So I got to go with Freddy's Dead on this one. There's just no doubt about it. Biggest damage for me. All right. Ty says Freddy was worse, really, for me. All right. Mike saying the worst part of Resurrection is where the girl had the chainsaw and said, "This is for Rick. This is for Jen, for all of them." That was terrible. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. All right, guys. Next up, and Ronan's keeping track of the likes in here. Wow. He says, looks like we've got 56 likes and 32 watching. All right. Very, very cool. All right. Our next category, and we're almost at our last category here. We're going to go with Final Girl. Okay. So we've got Maggie for Freddy's Dead, and we've got Sarah for Resurrection. What do we got, Eric?
Oh, this is easy for me. It's definitely Maggie from Freddy's Dead is better. And okay. it's no real disrespect to Sarah in Resurrection, because she's doing her best with what she's given, but she's not given that much other than having a great scream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I think Lisa Zane is great from beginning to end. And what I really like is, we mentioned it her earlier with her being like this counselor, her and Yaphet Kotto. You believe that she cares about these kids, you know what I mean? And that adds to her character for me. She actually gives a shit that these kids are being stalked, they're being erased, stuff like that. Sarah is just a final girl, you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything really special about her. She's not a Ginny or a Nancy or anything like that, you know what I mean?
All right. Okay. All right. Kill, how about you?
I'm gonna have to go with Freddy's Dead, Lisa Zane. Start to finish, she was a strong character, and then when you find out she is Freddy's daughter, she has more skin in the game.
Okay.
Whereas our protagonist in Halloween, she's just there because she's trespassing in Michael's home. Okay. And kind of, and then on top of that, she survives and Buster. So it's like, all right. So Freddy's Dead.
He said, all right. Okay, so you're going with Maggie. Coriander, how about you? Which one was the better final girl, Maggie or Sarah?
I think Sarah. Just because.
Wow.
She's the one in Resurrection, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. She's like going against Michael way more than this chick's going against Freddy, so yeah.
She's the one that kills him and fights him at the end. Buster saves Sarah.
Barely, she like pulls him through.
Buster's the real final girl.
Kinda.
Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. I look at the final girl as who's had more contact with the person, whether they kill him or not.
Yeah,
and this chick did
a lot of contact with Michael. His foot contacted Michael's face.
His fingers contacted his forehead.
Anyway, moving on. Got my answer.
All right. Okay. So for me, I got to go with Maggie. There's no doubt that Lisa Zane, she was just a better final girl, and at the end, she's the one that went after Freddy. Into his mind, the dream world, and all that type of stuff, brought him back out into the real world and fought him. And that was pretty much about it. So, all right. I'm going with Maggie on that. Real quick, too, in the chat, these guys are all over the place. Mike saying, I feel that Sarah is terrible. Polar says, I say no to both final girls. That's true, man. Retro is going with Maggie. And hey, what's up? Ben's in the chat.
Hey,
all
Ben.
Right. What's up, Ben from Cadaver Club? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. Saying, which has the most realistic martial arts match, though? That's good. Oh, my God. I was almost tempted to put something like that up like that. But then I was realizing that I was so irritated with both of them, So It was crazy, man. And it's funny how both movies did that. I was noticing that because we watched both pretty much back to back. And I was like, why does every movie always have to have someone trying to do martial arts, but they haven't been trained to make it look even halfway realistic? You know what I mean? Anyways, I digress. Next, the final fight. The final fight, we've got Busta against Michael, and we've got Maggie against Freddy. Which was the better final fight, Eric?
All right, this one for me is easy street. It's definitely Freddy's Dead, because it honestly it has nothing to do. Well, it does, but it's not so much just because we've been kind of picking on Busta so much. You know what I mean? Because he does get beat up in the final fight. You know what I mean? He does. He does. He just. But I don't know who said it in the in the chat. I didn't like the chainsaw stuff with Sarah, but what I liked about Freddy's Dead more is it was more creative. You know what I mean? They were getting all the weapons that were pulled away for contraband and stuff like that. He was getting ninja stars and all this stuff thrown at him. He was impaled with a crowbar in the hand. And I did like how Freddy was trying to convince Maggie, put it on the glove. Yeah, it's in your blood. In your blood, you know what I mean? And then it makes you think, she's not, what she's going to do. But it makes you think, she does have that serial killer DNA in her. So I thought it was just more entertaining than Resurrection.
Okay. All right, Kill, how about you? The final fight. Which one's
I'm going to have to go Freddy's Dead. Mainly because Lisa Zane is kicking his ass, and then she even puts his own glove on and uses it on him. And that's a cool just image right there. You've had that image before. And, on the other side, you have Busta Rhymes doing fake kung fu, and it doesn't look realistic.
Fake kung fu.
And it's just like, really, dude, this is what we're doing? Like, all right. So, this is, and I agree with Eric. Once again, this is another easy street question. Freddy's Dead.
Okay. How about you, Coriander? Is she not going to answer?
She didn't want to say.
We broke her.
Dude, oh man.
Be honest.
I am. Oh my god.
We can tell she's gonna be honest now.
Freddy's Dead.
Okay.
Freddy's Dead.
There it is. Okay, for final fight, I have to agree. It's gotta go to Freddy's Dead. There's no doubt about that. And I'll just keep it short and sweet. Okay.
Let me remind you, Coriander, this was your idea this week.
It's true. Ronan said the worst. Ronan said the worst kung fu ever. We got Unstable in the chat too. What's up, man? Saying I think Busta can kick Freddy out a window to back into the dream world. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. Here we go, guys. The finale. Okay. This is our last one. The finale. So the last 10, 12 minutes of the movie, obviously with Freddy, they're figuring out what they got to do to bring him into the real world and take care of him. In Halloween Resurrection, it's basically when you get to the point where he's stalking Sarah. Right? What?
Tag team. Sarah and Buster was going at him.
Right, but I'm saying it starts pretty much when he's stalking Sarah and she's running and hiding, kind of like an homage to Laurie from 78 to me anyways. So, Eric, which finale is the better finale to you?
Again, this is another easy streak. I'm going with Freddy's Dead because there's more stuff I don't like in the finale of Resurrection. We get to see more. Like I said, I love going into Freddy's mind, even though we got them stupid, Freddy worms instead of Jason worms.
We did. Yeah.
But I take that scene out where he's talking to them. I liked the scene where he's a kid in elementary school. Alice Cooper. That's a great cameo. And I just love the final fight. The main problem I have with Resurrection is it's not just Busta. He been our whipping boy all night. But what really makes what I don't like in Resurrection is the whole Sarah and Decker stuff. I don't like how I get it, but I don't like it. How Decker, where is he? And he literally says, in the house. No shit. You know what I mean? Where else would he be? And then she has to, thank him. And then, he's the hero at the Halloween party. They both have, monologues at the end, short and sweet. We have Freddy's Dead. And then we have the killer shark in baggy ass overalls.
Yeah.
Freddy's Dead, hands down.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Kill. How about you, man?
You know, I'm gonna have to go Freddy's Dead. Because it was more creative, more inventive. And once again, maybe I'm just a sucker for the whole fact that Lisa Zane's character has more skin in the game, being his daughter, wanting to end it, wanting to put an end to the horror that her dad did. Whereas in Resurrection, I didn't mind the whole outside people helping, via the internet. But I did enjoy the hide and seek that was reminiscent of the first Halloween movie. But once again, when Buster gets into it and Chainsaw, and it's just a little cheesy. So I'm going to have to go Freddy's Dead.
Okay. Coriander, how about you?
I've seen it before in the first movie when, what's her face? I can't even think of people's names anymore. What's her face?
Laurie?
No, Freddy. When she pulled Freddy out of her dream.
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So I've seen it before and it's been done. Come on. Think of something new. That's all I have to say.
They've done it a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So think of something new. So all I have to say is I'm giving my point to Resurrection.
Okay. Now, for me, I think both of these finales, they were okay, and they have different things going on. With Nightmare, or with Freddy's Dead, I should say, of course, you're dealing with the nightmare world and all of that. So there is some creativity of it, but there's also a lack of creativity in being the sixth movie. And it's kind of like, okay, and I'm not even talking about the fact that the 3D didn't work or wasn't very effective, because actually Ben in the chat said, I wish the end of Resurrection was in 3D though. Right. But with Halloween, there were some familiar story beats as well, but it was a lot of different stuff that you were doing. And even though we had Buster do his thing, it's kind of like, okay, I can kind of deal with it. So I got to go with Resurrection on this one. Because I did like the chase with Sarah, and the fact that she was pretty much down and out. Buster came to save the day. Yes, there was some cringy moments, but like you said earlier, Eric, he did get his ass kicked, and it was like one of those last second type of things, which we've seen in a lot of these horror movies. So I got to go with Resurrection on this one. All right. Wow, guys, this has been absolutely crazy.
Was that the final?
That was our last category.
Are we over?
Let me tally, Coriander. Let me tally these up.
She's had a rough night.
And we got Ant-Man in the chat saying, hey, y'all, for the finale, Resurrection was a little more interesting. Even the Kung Fu was fun to see. There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. All right. So real quick, let me tally these up. We got a lot of negatives that we put in here, too. That was funny. Eric, real quick, any final thoughts where I tally these up, man?
I mean, we've been having fun poking fun at these movies. We've obviously found good in them. In my opinion, they're not I don't like to say worst with Nightmare. There isn't a Nightmare movie I don't like. Resurrection is not the worst, in my opinion, in the franchise for Halloween. There is, I would put it over 5, because even though, Resurrection is bad, I can have fun with it. If I have friends over and stuff like that, we can have fun poking at it. We can laugh at Buster's expense. We can laugh at the other kids' expense type of thing. And there is some good in it. But as much as I've been giving Coriander shit too, I got to give her credit. This was probably the most fun I've had in these verses, because we've been forcing to kind of find the good or the worst in this. So yeah, this was definitely a good idea. And I think we should do more of these. I guess you'd say bottom tier versus bottom tier entries. I think that was a good idea.
I think so too. Kill, how about you? Any final thoughts before we reveal the winner?
I'm assuming that this is pretty tight, especially with the whole questions that take away points.
I
have the movie that I'm rooting for out of this, but I'm just eager to see who won.
Okay. Coriander, how about you? Any final thoughts real quick as I'm tallying these up?
I'm glad it's over.
Oh,
well, short and sweet, to the point.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I will say this, like I said, this is what, episode 6. I think the 6th one will be done. Let's see if Michael actually finally gets a win, because he hasn't won a single one yet. I think he's 0 for 2. So It'll be interesting.
Yeah, if Freddy wins, my God.
And thank you, Eric. Thank you for helping me out there, because I was counting. Okay,
we know.
All right. Real quick, Ty was saying yes. Bottom tier versus bottom tier is good. Ben's in the chat. Ben Grimm saying I much rather watch Freddy's Dead.
What?
Retro's going with Freddy's Dead. Let's see. Danielle's in the chat. Welcome, and thank you so much for becoming a member today. Saying, "Oops, I slept too long." In time to thumbs up though. Thank you so much. All right. So guys, this is what we've got. It's close. It's no, for real, which is kind of interesting. And I know for you guys, you don't see the numbers right here, so I'm just going to try to describe it as best as possible. This is close. The winner only won by 2 points.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, wait a minute, I haven't even said it yet.
You don't know who won yet. Come on.
Now, what's interesting is one movie had negative 13 points.
Oh, wow.
And one movie had negative 7. Okay. So
are those the final scores?
No. But I'm just saying. Within the calculation for the final tally.
Okay.
One movie I had to take away 13 points, and the other movie I had to take away 7.
Shit. Okay. So what is it like? So 4 and 8 or something?
Huh?
Like the final scores is what she's asking
right?
about.
No. The winner had 21 points. The loser had 19. Okay. That's what we got. Okay. So let me just pull this up here. The winner of tonight's versus between Freddy's Dead and Halloween Resurrection is Freddy's Dead. Freddy's Dead wins. Freddy's Dead.
Recount that shit.
Dude, I counted it 3 times.
Oh my God.
Michael just can't catch a break on this channel, can he?
It's messed up, bro.
0 for 3. 0 for 3.
Yeah. And you know what's funny?
Bullshit.
Freddy's Dead had negative 13 points.
Oh, Freddy had more points taken away.
Bullshit. I think you counted wrong.
No, I counted it
you
right.
Messed up somewhere, man.
I counted it 3 times, man.
Yeah, you messed it up somewhere.
I counted it 3 times.
He shot him 6 times.
You need to count it 6.
But it was still close, man. 21-19, man. It's crazy.
Bullshit.
21-19. But Coriander, be honest
you
though.
Need to
you have an issue with both of these
take
movies.
that off now. I really don't want to look at him anymore, please.
Put Busta up there. Make her feel.
No, you should play that thing you created.
One more time, Coriander. Let's just do this one more time for the people that had just come in. Here we go.
Gotta work that ass for daddy.
That's his victory dance.
That is. Oh my God, bro. That was like one of the funniest things ever. When I was creating it, I didn't even know how funny it was going to be till I first saw it. I had been waiting to play it, man. Seriously.
Please tell me you'll use that for future super chats that aren't nightmare related. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
It's so good, dude.
That's one for the books now. Yes. It's here now. All right. So look, guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yep. Like I said, I worked like 25 minutes on just that clip alone. It was crazy because I was trying to time it up. Anyways, for you guys in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was easily our biggest stream for our Versus series, and we really appreciate all the support. You guys were leaving comments even before we started this stream today, messaging me on social. It was really, really motivating, and we really enjoyed it. And so again, like we've been saying, we're going to keep doing these because you guys are enjoying them so much, and we really appreciate you guys just hanging out with us and having fun. And we've been having a bunch of laughs, man. Seriously. Polar said Resurrection is like a parody to me. With that mentality, I can watch it. That's right. Mike saying boo.
Right?
Danielle says Freddy has personality. MK saying boo.
Thank you.
Ronan said, and Coriander riots.
Only I could.
Oh my god, I know. But it was close, guys. It was if it was I knew it wouldn't be a landslide. I knew that, but it was very, very close. And I think that's what makes these fun. Even in the chat, some of you guys are voting a lot of Freddy, and some of you guys are voting a lot of Halloween. So that was really cool to see too, because both these movies have good things in them, but a lot of missed opportunities. So
yeah, I want to say one last time, I really dug the take away the point categories. That really made it a lot of fun.
Yeah. That was a nice little added thing. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that, because I was thinking about what I wanted to throw in there, and yeah, it was fun, man. It kept us on our toes for sure. And these movies had stuff you could do that with. Ben saying, hope you guys have been doing well. Thanks a lot, man. We've been doing great.
Yeah.
We miss you, brother. Yeah, we miss you, brother. We hopefully can get together at some point soon, get the Venoms crew together and hang out a little bit. It's been so busy for us, and I know Strange Monkeys had some busy stuff going on, and Eric, you're always doing stuff too. But at some point, we'll get everyone together, hopefully really soon. So thanks a lot, Ben, and hope you're doing well, and we got to connect sometime soon, man. Chris saying, great chat. Can't wait for the next one night. Thank you so much. We will be back next Tuesday. Tuesday night's our usual night for the Versus streams at 8:15. So definitely keep an eye out. We'll be putting up our next, Versus title, who's going against who. We'll be putting that up soon, probably by this weekend. And yeah, man, this has been fun. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to go to Eric's channel, subscribe to him. We got the link that's been in the chat. It's also in the description of this video. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about this. Ben saying, let's do it. Absolutely, man. Now you got me. Yeah, I'm feeling pumped up, man. I'm glad you're doing well and ready to rock and roll. We're gonna do something, man. I'll be in touch with you, man. I'll be in touch with you on Instagram, probably by tomorrow. I'll be in touch, man. Mike saying, love the channel. I'm a new subscriber, but I will be subscribing for you for a long time. Thank you so much, man.
Nice.
Much appreciated. Check out Cadaver Club. Check out Eric. Check out Val's Views, Ronan. So many great content creators here too, man. Danny, what's up, bro? Good to see you too, man. Hope you're doing well. Much love to you too, Ronan. Thank you again for being so kind and gifting memberships and just doing what you do, man. Seriously, it really means a lot. So anyways, guys, we will catch you guys next time. Take it easy. This has been a blast. Freddy's Dead pulled it out at the end. It's okay. We'll be figuring out what to do next time. Love you guys so much. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace.
Cheers.
Up church.